Ladies and gentlemen, here are favorite and herald, the Nicholas Brothers.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You know, 50 years ago, I was never out of breath.
Well, 50 years ago, you were never out of splits either.
Well, Harold, we have had the opportunity to dance to some of the best music to come out of this town.
Right on.
Yeah.
Now we're going to present the award for the best original score. And it's a great honor indeed.
I know.
The nominees are John Corigliano for Altered States.
Very good.
John Morris for The Elephant Man.
John Williams for The Empire Strikes Back.
Michael Gore for Fame. Oh, yes.
And Philip Sard for Tess. And the envelope, please.
The envelope, please. Please get the envelope. I said that hard time. You're taking too long.
And the winner is...
When are you going to get one of these?
Oh, well, maybe soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Can't be too late, though. Too long. Oh, the winner is Michael Gore for Fame.
Well, this is incredible. I'd like to thank the members of the Academy for this honor. There were so many people involved in creating the music for Fame, from my collaborators, Dean Pitchford, my sister Leslie Gore, to literally hundreds of musicians and performers. I'd like to thank them all. In addition, I'd like to thank MGM, our producer, Alan Marshall, for his constant support and enthusiasm throughout the production, and most of all, Alan Parker, for making Fame one of the best experiences of my life. Thank you very much.
Right.
And you are ours. We welcome you to Hollywood.
I think I'm going to like it very much.
You're wonderful. I think we better get to the award. The nominees for Best Original Song are Fame, music by Michael Gore, Lyrics by Dean Pitchford.
9 to 5. Music and lyrics by Dolly Parton.
Out Here on My Own, music by Michael Gore, lyrics by Leslie Gore.
On the Road Again, music and lyrics by Willie Wilson. Nelson.
They all know. People Alone, music by Lalo Schifrin, lyrics by Will Jennings. And the winner, Luciano.
And the winner are
Michael Gore and Dean Pitchford for Fame.
Okay, wow. Once again, I'd like to thank the same people, the Academy, MGM, producer Alan Marshall. I would like to thank my friend and lyricist Dean Pitchford for an inspired lyric, Irene Cara for a magnificent vocal performance, and once again, Alan Parker for making this award possible.
MGM's had a history of bringing musicals to the screen, and so I'm very grateful to be part of such an exciting musical that kind of feels like the 80s. I'd like to thank Alan Parker, Irene Cara for singing the song, Christopher Gore for giving us the screenplay that provided the framework, Michael for writing with me and for giving me that melody, and the members of the Academy. Thank you very much.
Donald, this year all the actresses in this category share a common experience.
And not only the anxiety, the hope, and the pride inherent in having been nominated for an Academy Award, but
also the anxiety, the pride, and the hope inherent in having been nominated for the very first time.
The nominees for the Best Actress in a Supporting Role are
Eileen Brennan in Private Benjamin,
Eva Le Gallienne in Resurrection,
Kathy Moriarty in Raging Bull,
Diana Scarwood in Inside Moves,
and Mary Steenburgen in Melvin and Howard.
and the winner is Mary Steenburgen, Melvin and Howard.
Well, I'm going to have to figure out something new to dream about, that's for sure. Nobody ever accused me of being a fast talker, but I'm going to try tonight because this supporting actress was supported by a great many people, a few whom I would like to quickly thank. I'd like to thank my family in Arkansas for always believing against all odds that something like this was going to happen. And then I'd like to thank two teachers, Sandy Meisner and Kenneth Gillum, for the profound influence that they had upon my work. And then, if anybody ever had a patron saint, it was me. In 1977, when he insisted on casting me as his leading lady in a film called Going South, everybody told him he was crazy. But thank goodness for me that he was, and is, Jack Nicholson. Thank you very much. There's a couple more. Thank you, Melvin Dumar, for the inspiration, Bo Goldman for the simple splendor of your words, and Jonathan Demme, thank you for your vision and your talent, and for the plain, old-fashioned fun it was to work with you. Thank you, Don Phillips, Art Linson, our producers, Jason Robards, Paula, Matt, Pamela Reed, and the rest of the wonderful cast and crew of Melvin and Howard. And last of all, I must thank you, Malcolm, for making life so nice that I feel like tap dancing. Thanks a lot.
The nominees for Best Supporting Actor this year are as varied and exceptional as the films in which they were featured.
And the nominees range from a 19-year-old young man making his feature film debut to a two-time Academy Award winner in this category.
And in between, there are 3 actors of experience who bring a rise in stature to any part they play.
And all 5 nominees have one thing in common.
They are outstanding practitioners of the art of acting. The nominees are
Judd Hirsch in Ordinary People.
Timothy Hutton in Ordinary People.
Michael O'Keefe in The Great Santini.
Joe Pesci in Raging Bull. Do you want to do the envelope honors?
Okay. And Jason Robards in Melvin and Howard.
How could we overlook Jason Robards?
There's no way, ever.
All right, open that.
Okay. Yeah, please, may I?
You're going to make me open it?
Yeah, you do it.
The winner is Timothy Hutton.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much. This is the first award, and I'm very nervous about what to say here. I'd like to thank everybody involved with Ordinary People. The cast, Mary, thank you. Judd, thank you. Donald, thank you. Liz McGovern, thank you. And I'd like to thank Judith Guest. And I'd like to thank Alvin Sargent and Jeff Canoe. But most of all, I'd really like to thank our wonderful director, Robert Redford. I love you. And finally, I'd like to thank my father. I wish he was here. Thank you all very much.
The actresses who are nominated tonight, I think, are characteristic of a new actor, if you will, that is a part of this town or community that we call Hollywood, that make the films in which we see. The studio system is dead, meaning no longer can those few who are gifted enough and talented enough, those actors who don't take the first job that comes along, have a choice now. They aren't handed a number of roles, 4 or 5 within a year by the studio. They pick, and their choice or the careers is as much dependent on the roles which they turn down in as much as the ones they choose. So each actress tonight, for the most part, probably has been a part of the inception of the part, the writing, the rewriting, a part of the production of it, and the selection of the other actors, the post-production of it, and even the promotion of the film. Most of these actresses nominated tonight probably have been with this one role for 1, 2, or 3 years. They were little tots when they started out. And before they get any older, perhaps we should get on with the business at hand. For her performance as a woman who used a power she herself hardly understood to bring healing and health to an unhappy Midwestern town, Miss Ellen Burstyn for Resurrection. And for her performance as a woman who grows from naivete to strength and survives no less an adversary than the United States Army, Miss Goldie Hawn as Private Benjamin. For her role as a mother unable and unwilling to bend her own self-imposed restrictions on the meaning of love and life, Miss Mary Tyler Moore in Ordinary People. And for her performance as a world-hardened woman who finds unexpected humanity within herself during a desperate effort to save a child's life, and in so doing saves her own, Miss Gina Rollins in Gloria. And for her portrayal of a woman who conquered ignorance and poverty to become the synonym for the world she now represents, Miss Sissy Spacek in Coal Miner's Daughter. Ladies and gentlemen of the Academy, your choice is Miss Sissy Spacek.
I want to thank all of you so much. This is the greatest. For the first time in my life, I'm speechless. I started to work on Coal Miner's Daughter with a bunch of strangers, and I finished working on Coal Miner's Daughter with a bunch of friends. And I want to thank Loretta Lynn and my wonderful director, Michael Apted, and Tommy Lee Jones, my Doolittle, and Beverly D'Angelo, and Bob Larson, and Sean Daniel, and Bernie Schwartz, and Michael Chinich, and Tom Rickman, and Joe Tompkins, and Pam Wise, and the lady who gave me all that hair, Lorraine Robeson, and my wonderful husband, Jack, and all the cast and crew that worked on Coal Miner's Daughter. I share this with you, and I love you. And Mom and Daddy, I love you too.
Since 1927, when these awards first began, there have been 264 performances nominated as the Best Actor of the Year. The 5 performances this year will stand with the finest. As Jake LaMotta, a man whose violent career was only part of a violent life, and whose success in and out of the ring were balanced by spectacular failures, in the film Raging Bull, Robert De Niro. For his performance as a husband and father who was unable to reconcile his obsession with military life with the deep needs of his family, in The Great Santini, Robert Duvall. For a role which combined the ugliest of exteriors with the gentlest of souls, and which affirms the essential value of human dignity, in The Elephant Man, John Hurt. As Scotty Templeton, a man alienated from his son and nearly powerless to change that alienation until his own illness brings understanding to them both. In Tribute, Jack Lemmon. for his performance as the egocentric film director who stops at nothing to achieve his concept of the ultimate effect in a profession where effect is everything. And the stuntman, Peter O'Toole. The winner is Robert De Niro, the Raging Bull.
I forgot my lines, so the director wrote them down for me. I want to thank everyone. This is said so often, but it's true, and what can I say? I want to thank Richard Bruno, for the terrific costumes, Frank Warner, Sis Corman, Pete Savage, and if Pete wasn't involved in the film, or he wouldn't have gotten it started. I'm a little nervous, excuse me. The film never would have gotten started. Mike Westmore for the makeup, Mary Keats, the late Jean Burt Riley, Erwin Winkler and Bob Chartoff, Vicky LaMotta and all the other wives, and Joey LaMotta, even though he's suing us. I hope that's settled soon enough so I can go over to his house and eat once in a while. And Martin and Paul Schrader, who wrote the script. And, of course, Jake LaMotta, whose life it's all about. And, Marty Scorsese, who gave me and all the other actors and everyone on the film all the love and trust that anyone could give anyone, and it's just wonderful as a director. And I want to thank my mother and father for having me, and my grandmother and grandfather for having them, and everyone else who was involved in the film, and I hope that I can share this with anyone that it means anything to, and the rest of the world, and especially all the terrible things that are happening, and I love everyone.
Here tonight are two directors who are still active and whose monumental careers add up to 118 years of movie making. Please welcome the one man who gave us such classics as The Big Parade, The Crowd, Hallelujah, Street Scenes, Stella Dallas, Northwest Passage, War and Peace, Duel in the Sun, and the other who directed Camille, Bill of Divorcement, Little Women, Born Yesterday, The Philadelphia Story, David Copperfield, The Women, Gaslight, My Fair Lady, and recently completed Rich and Famous. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. King Vidor and Mr. George Cukor.
What a nice reception, huh, George?
Yes, very nice indeed. But do you think it's for our... very gratifying. But you suppose it's for our work or for our age?
Well, we're not getting any younger, you know. Did you remember the envelope?
Certainly. Now, let's get on with it.
Okay, action.
The nominees for the Best Achievement in Directing are David Lynch for The Elephant Man,
Robert Redford for Ordinary People.
Martin Scorsese for Raising Gold.
Richard Rush for The Stuntman.
Roman Polanski for Test.
May I have the envelope, please?
No.
No?
No.
What do you mean, no?
There's it.
Thank you. And the winner is Robert Redford.
I was thinking, no, I wasn't thinking. I was just kind of blank. But you know how it is when somebody says to you about a year before, they say, you know, if anybody had told you a year ago that you would have been ... well, I just didn't think I was going to see this. But I'm no less grateful, and I would like to express my debt for the directors that I worked with in the past, for what I've learned from them consciously or unconsciously. And I would also like to say that it may not be too fashionable, but the fact is that I really do appreciate the support of Paramount Pictures, Charlie Bludorn, Barry Diller. They let us make the film the way we wanted to, and I'm very grateful for that. There are a lot of people that I can thank, and I don't want to go on too long, but I couldn't go too much further without expressing what for me is the greatest gratitude. And that keys around the word trust. I really am grateful for the trust that I received from a terrific cast. Mary, Donald, Tim, Judd, Liz. I love them, and I appreciate their love too. So thank you all.
"66 years ago this month, D.W. Griffith's Birth of a Nation opened and created a sensation that's never been duplicated. The star of that landmark film made her first movie in 1912. She has continued on an unprecedented career. She was honored by this Academy in 1971, and she returns tonight to announce the Best Picture. This glowing lady is proof that not only is film forever, but so is the enduring beauty and artistry of Miss Lillian Gish.
Such a small 2 words for so much, but thank you. The Birth of a Nation marked the birth of the power of film. It played to 3 times the population of America. In the years since, we have witnessed and participated in film's continued vitality as represented by the 5 films nominated as the best of this year. They are Coal Miner's Daughter, a biography of Loretta Lynn and her rise from obscurity to fame. A Bernard Schwartz, Universal Pictures production, Universal, Bernard Schwartz, producer. The Elephant Man, the story of one of history's most unfortunate men. A Brooks Films Limited production, Paramount. Jonathan Sanger, producer. Ordinary People, a film about the lack of communication that nearly destroys a family. A Wildwood Enterprises production, Paramount. Ronald L. Schwari, producer. Raging Bull, the odyssey of a fighter's victories in the ring and his losses in life. A Robert Chartoff, Irvin Winkler production, United Artists. Robert Chartoff and Irwin Winkler, producers. Tess, the classic tale of a young woman's pride and her passionate determination to defend it. A Ren Burrill production, Columbia. Claude Berry, producer. Timothy Burrill, co-producer. And the winner is, this is the time I'm right, Ordinary People.
On behalf of Wildwood Enterprises and Paramount Pictures, I would like to thank the members of the Academy for this award. From the beginning of production until the release and distribution of the picture, there was a special pride shared by all in the making of Ordinary People. The author, Judith Guest, screenwriter, Alvin Sargent, editor, Jeff Canoe, an excellent cast, Donald, Mary, Tim, Judd, and a dedicated, hardworking crew. To these deserving people, we owe our sincere thanks. As far back as 4.5 years ago, when Robert Redford acquired the novel, he strongly believed that this could be a very special film. This belief, along with his sensitive direction, was the inspiration behind the project. I want to thank Bob for giving me the opportunity to produce this picture. And I want to say he must come up here and share this with me. Bob, wherever you are, come on up.
Thank you very much.
This is Hank Sims speaking.
Thursday night, Levitt's after an imposter who has infiltrated the 12th precinct on Barney Miller. And then Louis may not survive when Tony finds out he's been double-crossed on Taxi. Followed by 2020, where Geraldo Rivera examines the devastating conflict in the Middle East, the unholy war, on 2020 Thursday. Later tonight, ABC News Nightline reports on how easy it is to buy a gun.